Hi everyone, Aiden here. So this video is going to just be kind of a casual one, a little bit. I'm just going to talk about some new altar additions that I have yet to include in some of my other videos, because over the course of the year, obviously my beliefs have changed, and so has my altar a little bit. So I'll just show you a few things. The first one is going to be the one that a lot of people think is a tad bit ridiculous, and I would be lying if I would say that the Witch's Book of the Dead, which is the book I just reviewed recently, didn't kind of made me think about it. But overall, I think it's just the fact that I've been working with death deities and just some of my philosophy in general, which is the reason why I bought this. So here it is. A skull. Nice little, I think it's a resin skull. Pretty sure it is. And it has Celtic knots and dragons on it and everything. And the reason why I got this was because I wanted something to remind me that whether I like it or not, things are going to constantly change. And I have to embrace that. It's also very similar to some of the a certain type of malady that some Buddhists have, which they're all individual skulls on it, and it reminds me that one day I'm going to die, that this life that I'm experiencing is going to be the end of it. I still believe in reincarnation, but my essence, who I am now, is never going to exist again. This is going to be the only time, so I should be living to express it. So, in ritual, I basically stare into the eyes of the skull and say that I'm willing to face my own mortality and willing to face change that will come from the ritual. That I am brave enough to actually break out of cycles and move to new territory that I may or may not like, but I have to be willing to take the risk to do it. So some might find that ridiculous, but hey, you know, that's my philosophy. Alright, anyways, moving on. Another thing, honey. I use honey mainly as an offering, but it also kind of reminds me of immortality and I mean, not immortality, eternity in a little bit. Like honey, if you don't know, honey never goes bad, and it's both something that gives life and also takes it. For example, in the hive, it provides nourishment for the bees. But if you put this on a wound, it'll kill off bacteria. Either on a wound or I can't remember one of the two. I gotta research that again. And it's also just, you know, something nice if I want to attract the fae or just nice spirits, I guess. So I like having it on my altar. Don't really know why, I just do. Nice little shell. Just something kind of nice, and it kind of reminds me of the beach I used to go to when I was a kid back in California, and it reminds me of the Pacific Ocean. My Anubis statue, which is actually has a kind of an interesting story. I was helping out a New Age store move all their stuff to their new shop, because the person who owned the building doesn't know how to manage his businesses and went bankrupt, and yeah, they wanted to tear it down. So luckily the New Age shop was able to find their own place. So as I was helping them move stuff, I noticed behind the bookshelf, there's a bunch of stuff on the ground. So I went digging through, you know, obviously throwing out the trash and everything, and in that I found this. Like, my hand actually just was guided to it, and I instantly picked it up. And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like the end of a books. It's supposed to be a book stand because this long thing right here, but I've been looking for an Anubis statue that looked right for a couple months beforehand, and this one just called to me. It's really, really nice. I don't really like statues that are overly decorated, but this one has just the right amount of detail to it. I don't think you can really see it, but it's just a really nice piece, and I really like having it on my altar. So yeah, I'm very, very glad I was able to find that. And then my cauldron, which I'm not sure if I showed this or not, but I actually had this for a couple months where I didn't use it. I used it to hold salt, which is not a good thing to do with your cauldron in my personal opinion, but lately I've been doing it for burning offerings and stuff to both the dead and the gods. What I pretty much did was I've kind of made a connection between the spirit world and the physical world through this cauldron. Kind of made a semi-portal, I guess, is what you would call it in ritual. Basically, what I do is during the ritual, I put all the offerings individually into the cauldron, stating who they're going to. And the idea is that once I put it into the cauldron, I cannot remove them because it's no longer part of the physical world. It's no longer mine. So I have to keep it in here. And what I'll do is I'll go outside. If it's something I can burn, I will burn it. If I can't, I will leave it underneath a tree, such as an apple, or in one case when I was doing a smaller ritual for a child who was killed in Detroit, I did M&Ms and candies. So it's things like that. I also will. One of the things I'm planning on trying on doing, because I've never done this before, is I'm going to go to the river where I had a bit of experience with a particular spirit. Long story. I will explain in another video. And I'm going to get some of the water from the spot where I had the experience, put it into this cauldron, and use it to scry a little bit, and just see if I see anything. I'm good with using mirrors. I want to see how good I am with well, not how good, but how clearly I can see things through water. I shouldn't be saying things like that and assuming I'm really, really good at something, because it's not about being good, it's about being able to read things, and I don't want to get that ego, if you will. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the new additions to my altar. I'm going to be doing a smaller video multiple video series where I'll talk about individual tools, what they're used for, and just kind of go a little more into detail about the history of it. So, thank you for watching, and blessed be.